because if you reach this point, you will have new paradigms, and this is known as paradigm shift. All you awesome people, welcome back. Now we'll jump into how to shift your paradigms and form new habits. And for this, I would actually require my iPad over here. Right over there, we have the screen. So now let's talk about this. How do you reprogram anything over here? So this is something which I have learned from the great Bob Proctor in the initial days of 2010. All right. So our mind, let's talk about this. This is the circle. So treat this as your mind. This is your mind. Now, when we are talking about this mind, let me just shift it over here. When we are talking about mind, the mind is divided into two different segments. Consider this as your conscious mind and this as your subconscious mind. So consider this, all right, this as your circle. And below this, anything below this is the manifestation of whatever is happening in your mind. So below this, let's suppose your body. So the body or the result of what is happening over here is the manifestation. So over here are your results. All right. Anything which is happening over here is the result of something happening inside this particular segment, which is your head, which is your mind, basically your mind. And your mind is divided into conscious and your subconscious mind. Now, what happens is when you are just a newborn baby, what is happening is this is wide open. So instead of this whole circle, this is closed mind. Consider this as a closed mind. There is no space of entering something new. But when you are a newborn baby, your mind is wide open. There is nothing inside your mind. You're just a newborn baby. And whatever is surrounding you, maybe your parents, your relatives, your cousins, as you grow up, new ideas come over here. All right. You are surrounded by millions of ideas every single day. Now, when we talk about ideas, what are they? Ideas is like the language they are speaking, the habits that they are having, the talks that they are telling you. All right. Whatever it is all going inside your head. Why do you think there is no requirement of a kid to learn a mother tongue? He or she automatically, as he or she grows, he or she will be able to learn the mother tongue by themselves. You don't have to go to a school to learn a mother tongue. Why does that happen? It is because you are surrounded with something which is constantly giving you new ideas with respect to your mother tongue. And because of that, in your mind, when you are a newborn baby, when you're just getting started, when you are growing up in your life, this wide open is getting new ideas, and gradually, all right, let me just erase this. Gradually, what will happen is, all right, so gradually what will happen is, it will form something like this. And then as you grow a little bit older, like 15, 10, 11, 12, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, this will be a closed loop of a conscious and subconscious mind. Now what has happened? As you have grown up, the things, we'll take an example of mother tongue only. So as you have grown up, you have got plenty of ideas. That was so funny. I actually did this over here as if I was doing it over here. Was that funny? Comment below. Was that funny? Or did you laugh? By the way, did you laugh? Put a smiley in the comments. If you have laughed, put a smiley. LOL or smiley or smile, anything. Let's keep it funny. Write a note. Alright. So coming back over here, let's take an example of mother tongue. So as you grow up, you have got this new idea constantly in your subconscious mind, and let's call this idea as X new ideas, X ideas, X ideas, X new ideas. All right, and all these X new ideas have come into this conscious mind, and repetition of all these new ideas, all right, repetition of new ideas gives birth to a habit. When you are impregnated with constant repetition of new ideas every single day in your conscious mind, it becomes a habit. So what is a habit? It is multitude of ideas. It is a group of new ideas which is continuously given to you, and then it becomes a habit. Example, when you are driving a car on the first ever day and you don't know how to drive a car, you will be like very conscious. You would be like this. All right, I give this example all the time. You'd be like this, holding the steering with two hands, very conscious enough. Ooh, and your legs, if it is an automated drive, then obviously you will have an accelerator on the right leg only, and then you will have your clutch once only, the gear once again on D, and that's it. If you are a geared car, then your clutch and your brake and accelerator and gear, everything would be, you would be so conscious that every single activity would be monitored by your mind. But repetition of you doing that every single day for the next 90 to 180 to 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, after 5 years, like I'm just giving you a random example, but after a couple of months, you would be so fluent with your driving that you don't even worry, you would be talking like this. All right. As soon as you will see a police, you will be, okay, fine. Blah, 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 blah. As soon as the police goes away, RLI mein. You know, then your subconscious mind is driving the car, meaning the subconscious mind is doing something. It has become a habit. So that habit, all right, we're still in the conscious mind. This is happening inside conscious mind. But now what is happening is multitude of ideas has formed the habit, and you create new habits inside your conscious mind, and now those habits are getting impregnated in your subconscious mind, like a habit of driving, a habit of using this iPad, habit of speaking, habit of body language, habit of let's suppose speaking in English, habit of using laptop, habit of using a phone, habit of doing gazillion things in your life which you don't require to learn every single day. Then habit of you walking, because when you are just getting started, when you are a newborn baby, you didn't know how to walk, but gradually you started walking, gradually you started running, and all these things now you don't learn anymore. You know how to walk. It's a habit. It's something which has happened in your mind, and that is what is a habit. And all these habits, gazillion habits, are now inside your subconscious mind, and now those gazillion habits, multitude of habits, is what is known as paradigms. All right, that is known as paradigm. So once again, to summarize, multitude of ideas forms habit, multitude of habits forms paradigms, and these paradigms, these are residing on this subconscious mind. All right, subconscious mind never sleeps. It never sleeps. While you are sleeping, your conscious mind is sleeping. Your subconscious mind is awake all the time. It never sleeps. So now what is happening is, you might be having this paradigm example of negative paradigms. You might be having this paradigm that nahi ho payega mere se. If I try to do this, I'll fail. Why? Why do you think like that? Because you have been programmed in such a way, because of your surroundings or something, that you always think like that. All right, you always think like that. Rather, you have to break that pattern, and I'll tell you how to break that pattern. So something which I have learned, so let's suppose if I go into a new canvas, all right, and let's suppose how to break that pattern. Let's treat this wall, let's treat this side, all right, this side, and let's call that side. All right, or I would actually let me just undo everything. All right, how do you, I've got a screen on my, okay, fine, new blank canvas. This is acting a little bit weird. Anyways, So this is the line, and now I have this, which is a fear, and this is this you call as success. This side is fear and that side is success. Now where you are over here, all right, and you want to go on this side, which is success. So now what is happening is, while you are over here, you are your subconscious mind is filled up with a lot of paradigms which are positive and a lot of paradigms which are negative. Let's take example of negative, because if you want to go from this to this, you'll have to only conquer the negative paradigms, not the positive. Positive ones are there to help you, all right? Negative paradigms. So negative paradigm over here, let's take an example. One of them is, if you are going through this 7 days challenge, then you might be having this fear that will you be able to launch a successful podcast, all right? Though you have joined this, but you might be having that small little fear. A lot of you might be having. See, be honest. Be honest. Put your hand to your heart right now. Put everything down. Put your hand to your heart and think that, do I have that fear? If yes, I'll relieve it right now. I'll fuck that fear like anything. All right? Comment below now. Fuck my fears. Comment below. Put it in inverted commas. Fuck my fears. I'm actually getting goosebumps right now. I feel it for you. Alright? I'll help you in every single possibilities where you can fuck your fears. Comment below, fuck your fears, and come back over here. So you might be having this. And how to conquer this? Because your paradigm is right over here where you are having some fear, I'll give you plenty of ideas, new ideas, which you will be impregnate every single day inside your conscious mind, which will become a new habit, and then you will be gradually able to go to this particular one, where you would be able to successfully launch, right, pardon my spelling, but successfully launch your podcast, and you will have new paradigms. Because if you reach this point, you will have new paradigms, and this is known as paradigm shift. You have just shifted your paradigm from negative to a positive one. While this line is known as, so let me just use another color. This line is actually known as terror barrier. All right, that is known as terror barrier. You have to cross this terror barrier. It is like, example, it is like when you were a small little kid and you are playing and you are trying to run, all right, and all of a sudden your parents or some relative or some elder person might be telling you, hey, just watch out, you'll fall down. You'll fall down. Hey, be careful, be careful, be careful. More of that, all right, more of that pampering and more of that care trains your mind to be careful all the time, and it converts into fear for a lot of other things. And because of which you are into that paradigm, you are into that terror barrier that if you do something new, you'll fail. If you do something new, you will fail. If you do something new, you will fail. And this terror barrier is hampering your life, which is what you have to cross. And you can only cross it if you change your paradigms which are already there in your life. And to change it, I will give you a lot of things. All right. So what I will be giving you is, I hope you've got this concept, guys. All right. I hope you have got this concept. Right now, pause this. Let me know in the comments box and say, I have got it. All right. I have got it.